What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the B-Roll Sports Podcast. I know I haven't made one in a while, but I'm getting back on track, and I'm going to try to make one once every week for you guys. Today, what we're going to be talking about is the Royals, and we're going to mainly be focusing on Jac Caglianone and how he got up to the majors, and then we're also going to give you some stats to know and some other stuff that's so you know all about your Royals intake while they're playing this season. And hopefully they can make it to the playoffs. All right. Right now I'm going to be talking about Jac Caglianone. He is 23 years old right now. I'm just going to be talking about how he's got to where he is and starting from the starting point of his life all the way up till now. He was born in 2003 at Tampa, Florida. Great place to be born at the beach. He went to high school at HB Plant High School in 2021. I think that was a senior year, or when he graduated. I'm not sure, but it was actually a public high school. Most MLB players that are top players and looking for scouts go to private schools. But Jac, what I like about him is he decided to go to a public school. And I really like that aspect of him. He went to the University of Florida after he graduated. And at Florida, also at high school, I forgot to say this, he batted and he pitched. So he was a two-way player. So at Florida, he pitched pretty well. I don't have the stats for him, but he was a phenomenal batter. He batted .419 his senior year, and that's just like he was one of the league's best hitters in college baseball, and a lot of people feared him. And even though he could pitch 99 miles per hour on the mound, and he was a lefty, they just decided that he was so good, the Royals, when he got drafted, that he would just bat because he's so good at batting that he didn't really need to pitch because we have a really good pitching. He's drafted by the Royals. I'm not sure what year, and he in the minors. He batted .292, which is pretty good, and he hit a ball 120.9 miles per hour, and only 6 times in the StatCast era, which is where they track every pitch and what pitch was thrown, the exit velocity of the ball, how hard it was hit, like all those stats. They started tracking like really deeply, and that was in 2017. Only 6 players in the StatCast era have hit a ball over 120 miles per hour. And he hit 120.9, so that was really cool. And all those other players that have hit a ball that hard have been stars, so hopefully he can become a star. He was a risky prospect for most teams, including the Royals, because he swung at a lot of pitches, that he shouldn't have, and he hits for power, but he struggles to, if he's not hitting deep shots, he struggles to put the ball in the bat. So that was a risky aspect for both. And if someone wanted him for pitching, he was pretty wild, so that wouldn't help if they were looking for pitchers with control. So he was a pretty risky prospect, but the Royals took him, and they shaped him well. One reason he was a great pick for the Royals, it was actually a smart decision, even though it was risky a little bit, is that the Royals, they've been struggling to hit this year. They've had like one of the worst in league's batting stats. Even though they have a really good pitching rotation, they struggle offensively to put the ball in the bat and hit it hard. Well, they have a lot of singles, not a lot of home runs. I think I have that stat later. So they can't hit very well. So Jac Caglianone can definitely hit. So he would be a great, that's one of the reasons he would be a great prospect for the Royals and why they got him. Now I'm going to go for some stats to know, starting with Jac Caglianone, and then I'll go to some team stats. He's the first player from the Royals since Bo Jackson to have 4 hits in the first 6 games. Now that might sound not great, but in reality, he has all the pressure because he's a great scout or a great prospect and going into his first career game. So there's a lot of pressure there. So even if those first 10 games, everyone's giving him like a standing ovation, and it has a lot of pressure. And he's dealt the pressure pretty well. But that's pretty good to have 4 hits in the first 6 games. He has 6 hits with 2 doubles, so pretty good. All wise, okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's definitely not terrible. Well, 6 hits is pretty good when you're a rookie to start out like that. He has a batting average of 240 in 6 games, so not bad, not bad. As well. And then I'm gonna give my expectations for him. I think his limits are, well, he can go higher than this, but I think that he's gonna become a guy like Salvi, because he's kind of like Salvi, where he swings at some pitches that he shouldn't be swinging at. And he also hits the ball really hard like Salvi does. And when Salvi was young, he hit the ball really well and had some clutch hits for us. So I think that's what's going to happen with Jac Caglianone. He's going to be a clutch player. So that's my expectations. And now I'm going to go to the team aspect of the Royals. They're 34-32. It's kind of a little bit of negative stats right here because I was talking about our batting stats and how they've struggled all year. Only 2 players have an on-base percentage over league average, so that's pretty bad. And it's Maikel Garcia, our third baseman, and Bobby Witt Jr., our shortstop. And Bobby Witt Jr. is probably our best hitter right now, I'd say. Maikel works a lot of walks, so he's pretty good in that aspect. Sorry. The person with the most home runs on our team, which is Vinny Pasquantino, our first baseman, sometimes only has 10 home runs. And that's not very good. I think almost every single MLB team has a player that hits more home runs than that. So that's kind of disappointing. But on the bright side, we have a great pitching staff. I didn't mention them, and I should have put that in my podcast today. But they have a bunch of really good pitchers who have exceeded well this year. Maikel Garcia leads the team with a .312 batting average. For most teams, that would be pretty good, but they might have a better player for on-base percentage and that. But that's really good, having a batting average of .312 and definitely .375 on-base percentage. Bobby Witt Jr. has had a slow start this year, but now he's getting back into rhythm, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for this episode. I know it's kind of a shorter episode, but I might make episodes shorter like this. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but leave it in the comment section if you do. Actually, leave it down in the comment section. I thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new episode. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.